everybody, I'm back with another video. Before we begin, I'd like to thank those of you who have been watching, commenting, subscribing. Slowly but surely, we're going to make this channel grow. And so, before I get started, if you could, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, and definitely share. And let's grow a little bit over here. So that's out of the way. What I would like to talk about today, and this was supposed to be a Mother Truckin' Tuesdays video, and I missed making a video last week, and the whole reason behind that ties into what this video is going to be about today. Today, I would like to talk about local trucking versus over-the-road trucking. Now, this is just my opinion. I know opinions on the internet can be met with hell and fury. So I'm just gonna say that right now. This is my opinion. Yours might be different. Doesn't mean you gotta leave an angry comment, but if you do, then you do. I don't give a shit. So, let's see. Local versus over the road. I'm going to begin by saying that I like both. Both of them have their perks, and both of them, will burn you out after a little while. Now, I did over the road for almost 2 years, and I came home to do local out of the sole fact that I missed my family. That is a major, major con of over-the-road driving. You're going to miss your family. It's definitely more of a career path geared towards single people with no kids at home and who don't give a shit about having no social life. See, I came home, I was local, I've been local for the past couple of years now, and in that time, I got to watch my child grow. I played in a band. I had a social life. But I'm also starting to get really, really burnt out. And that's the major con of local driving. You're going to see the same shit every day. You're going to run around like a chicken with his head cut off. And that's part of the reason why I missed making a video last week, and why this Mother Truckin' Tuesdays video is not being uploaded on a Tuesday, because I'm just too goddamn busy to worry about making videos some days. Part of the reason too is I did not have my normal truck. I had a truck that was the same, a Kenworth T680, but I didn't have my mount, and I'm not about having my phone in my hand while I'm driving. And this is a trucking channel, so I don't want to be uploading too many videos from my car. So, you're going to be busy. You can expect 14, 15, 16-hour days running local, and in those 14, 15, 16-hour days, you might have only fucking drove 120 miles for the whole day. Whereas, a day that's 14 hours long and over the road, you very well could have put in 700 miles for the day. So, you're going to be busy. But, you get to go home every night and see your family and eat dinner at home, provided your hours. You get to eat at home, shower at home, sleep in your own bed. If you got a wife and a kid, you get to spend way more time with them. Even on days where you've worked your ass off and all you want to do is go home, eat, and sleep, you still get to see your family. It's not like that when you're over the road. When you're over the road, you're over the fucking road. And you might be gone for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Some guys are gone for up to 5 months at a time. Some guys are out even longer than that. They go on a route, they get a truck that they want to pay off as fast as possible, they'll spend a year on the road, just pounding it out. I got to admit, if I was a single guy and I didn't have any kids, I don't know if I would go owner op, but I would definitely not have gone local, and I would have definitely spent a lot of time on the road. Now, when I was over the road, I got burnt out on that, after a couple of years, because I missed my family, and I was going a little stir crazy living in a truck. Now that I've taken a couple of years away from it, I'm ready to go back and do it for however long it's going to take for me to save up the money to get my family moved from the Chicagoland area down to the McAllen, Texas area. Let's see. When you're local, chances are you'll be paid hourly, which is nice. I will say that much. Your paycheck will all depend on how many hours you work. Now, that is still up to the mercy of your dispatcher. But if you can find a good company that pays overtime, because there are trucking companies that do, and they fucking get away with it too. They don't pay overtime. I've seen companies that don't. I've seen companies that'll pay overtime after 40. My company pays it after 50. Which, I'm not complaining. My paychecks are great. I'm just having trouble making ends meet up here in Illinois. That's another story for another time. But I'm going back over the road because I can make better money here at my company than I would being paid hourly. Provided, my boss gives me the miles. Hey, boss man, if you're watching this, I want the fucking miles, big miles, if you can. I'm one of the first drivers he's got going over the road for the company, so it's going to be a lot of trial and error. I'm sure there's going to be videos where I'm fucking mad, but that's the other thing about over-the-road driving. You get more time to yourself. I got to be honest, when I was over the road versus these, past couple years doing local, I always felt more rested when I was over the road. Why? Because I could take time and unwind. I got to run when I wanted to run. Basically, you get to set your own schedule. When you're working local, you might have a day where you start at 8 in the morning, and then tomorrow, the next day, you could start at 2 in the morning. I mean, your sleep schedule is just, it doesn't exist. The account that I'm on right now doing the flowers, I do get to kind of set my own schedule. I usually start every day at 5, unless I have plans that, are for outdoors, and I don't have to bring them into the stores. Then I can just start any old time and, be done by noon and enjoy my day. But, you don't get to set your own schedule. You don't get to run when you like to run. You're at the mercy of your dispatcher. Now, this might not be the same for every company. I'm just speaking from my experience because I have not switched companies since I went local. The camera went out of focus. Just looking over. Oh, well, fuck it. It's blurry. I don't give a shit. Oh, there it goes. So, yeah, you don't really get to set your own schedule. So your sleep schedule, not existent. And if you can't handle shit like that, you will burn out. And I can handle shit like that. But, after a while, it starts burning you out. And seeing that, if you're like me and you like, live a nomadic lifestyle and you like to fucking see new things all the time and you like to travel, local is not for you. The only reason I'm local is because I have a family. And I have to make a sacrifice and go back over the road, which I do love over the road. But my family doesn't love over the road. And if your family don't love it, it's going to be hard. I heard a saying. A few weeks ago, I believe on the channel smarttrucking.com. Excellent channel, by the way. If you ever need any trucking advice, he's great. But he said This is advice for companies. If you ever want to lose a driver, piss off his wife. And that is true. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've had to tell my wife, no, you are not calling my company. She has their numbers. And she's been very tempted several times, both when I was over the road and when I was working here, to say, you know what, you motherfuckers, and blah, blah, blah. But you know what? I don't want to lose my job. So I don't let her make those phone calls. But yeah, I mean, seeing the same shit every fucking day, you know, you don't have a fucking solid sleep schedule, it'll burn you out. Now, don't get me wrong, over the road will burn your ass out too, because, you know, you're running long hours of just straight driving all day, every day. And it's hard. Even for somebody like me who loves driving, it's hard. You know, there's going to be some days you get into the driver's seat, both local and over the road, and you're like, man, I really don't want to fucking do this today. And trucking was my dream job. Still is my dream job. I fucking love truck driving, but man, just like any job, there's some days where you're just like, man, fuck this shit. I don't want to do it. And I'm starting to find more and more every day that more often than usual, it's becoming that way with local driving. And I don't have any intentions on leaving my company. I absolutely love this place. We're small time. We're fucking... My boss knows me by my name, not a number. That's another, that's another subject I think I'm going to make another video about. Small companies versus large companies. Because I tell you what, I'm definitely happier at a smaller company. I'm just getting burnt out on doing the local gig. And, yeah. You know, some guys, local is the shit. And it is the shit. For some guys, over the road is the shit. And in my opinion, it is the shit. You know, if you're the kind of person that loves to drive and you're willing to put in 3,000, 3,100, 3,200, in my case, when I was at Crete, I had a week where I pulled 3,800 miles. Now, that was rollover from a prior week, but most of those miles were ran within 1 week. You're going to make a killer. You're going to make real good money doing over the road, provided you've got a good cents per mile rate. Now, if you're local and your boss has a shitload of work for you and you can pull in fucking 12, 13, 14 hours every day and they pay overtime, you're going to make good money. It all depends on how you run and how your dispatchers are willing to run you. Now, I'm the kind of person that likes to do things my fucking way because I fucking said so. And that's part of the reason why I want to go back over the road for a while, is I can more or less, you know, after we work out the kinks of my boss trying to figure out over the road, you know, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to fall into a pretty set schedule of when I'm going to run and when I'm not going to run. And, yeah, that's something I'm looking forward to. I'm also looking forward to my cents per mile rate, which I'm not going to say. I might try and work with my boss on recruiting people if anybody watches this and is interested in where I work. Whether, you know, you want to do local or want to do over the road. It seems like lately we're always hiring. So that's a good sign because we're growing. When I started here, we only had 6 trucks, and those 6 trucks were nothing to show off. And now we've got 20-something, and most, if not all, are at least 2014s and newer. We've got internationals, Kenworths, Peterbilts. I'm driving a Kenworth T680, the same kind of truck that if you go back and look at my, I think, episode 3, I titled it, Somewhere in Effingham, Illinois. That truck is a T680, and that was my trainer's truck. So I've always felt comfortable with this kind of truck. Now, when I go back over the road, my boss is telling me he's thinking about getting me a brand new Peterbilt, which would be fucking sweet. And there will be a video tour of that truck. And when I go over the road, videos will be way more frequent than they are when I'm local. Because, as I said, when you're local, you're fucking busy all the time. You don't have time to think about making videos. So, I mean, I know I rambled. I don't know how many points I actually hit. But, I mean, if you can weigh in your opinion down below. Like I said in the beginning of the video, this is just my opinion. This is just how I feel about the work. Over-the-road trucking is not for everybody. Local trucking is not for everybody. Sometimes trucking in general is not for everybody. You gotta be a tough motherfucker with common sense to get into this field of work. You gotta have thick skin. You gotta not let shit bother you. Well, that's one more thing I wanted to bring up. Jay Cannell has a video about Hell Day, and every truck driver gets Hell Day. We all know what Hell Day is. It's where nothing goes right. You seem to have forgotten how to back your damn truck. You're just not having a good fucking day. And I will tell you, days like that happen way more often on local driving. Especially if you live near a big city, like I do. I live within an hour and a half, 2 hours of Chicago, so guess where the fuck I am all the time? And sometimes it's a bitch. I've never had problems with low bridges, but I have had problems with some fucking tight-ass turns and people who don't want to get the fuck out of my way so I can complete said turn. Fucking narrow streets and tight places to back, it's... Hell Day exists way more often in local driving situations than it ever did for me over the road. Over the road you get to, you might be 2-3 days out from your receiver. Those 2-3 days are going to be mostly spent driving. Excuse me, and then relaxing afterwards. Local, you might have 6 or 7 different shippers and receivers in one day. Like I said, it's not too uncommon to have a 14-hour day, but you've only driven 120 miles throughout the whole day. Sometimes not even that. I think there was one day I had a 16-hour day and I only drove 50, 60 miles. And shippers and receivers don't give a fuck if you're local. If they suck and they're going to hold you up, they suck and they're going to hold you up. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that shit. So, that's one thing that doesn't change. Customer relations. But this video is getting quite lengthy. I hope you all enjoyed it. Like I said, leave your opinions and comments and concerns and whatever in the comment section below. Please like, subscribe, share. Fucking hell, even dislike the video if you want. Just fucking dislike it. I don't give a shit. Do whatever you want. You're a free human being. It's your own free will. I mean, it's not like this channel's bringing me any fucking income, which one day would be nice. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, share, please. That's my big thing right now. Please share. And I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you on the fucking road, man.